Welcome back. The next time you're shopping in the Village District, you will notice a new historic marker. The area formerly known as Cameron Village was part of the civil rights history. It's the spot where African-American students demanded fair rights.
It's history. It's in our city.
This crowd gathered in the Village District where just 62 years ago, blacks were not welcome to eat inside the Woolworth.
I was the first to be arrested.
That's Dr. David Forbes, Dean of Shaw University's Divinity School. In 1960, he led a group of 41 students from Shaw and St. Aug's. And that group staged a sit-in at the Woolworth's lunch counter where blacks were not allowed as customers.
The powers that be figured that if they could get the leader, the student leader, out of the way, that everybody else would scatter. But we had already met at St. Aug and Shaw and decided that we were in for the duration, and that we would stand and be a part of history.
Forbes and the students didn't scatter. Their protest mirrored the famous one 66 miles away that took place at the Woolworth in Greensboro, where African-American students sat at the counter and demanded to be fed. The students were cuffed and arrested. Charges were later dropped, though, and this helped to fuel a movement that increased other demonstrations across the country.
I felt that we as black should have the opportunity to go and sit where we wanted to.
The Friends of Oberlin Village unveiled a civil rights trail marker in the 400 block of Woodburn Avenue, so people will be reminded of the sacrifices made 62 years ago.
How fortunate it is that the state of North Carolina and the citizens of Oberlin would call us together to remember that this is sacred ground where students were willing to risk their freedom in order to see equality promoted. I'm happy and proud to be among those who were here.
I can't wait to see that up close and personal. The late Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. met with many of the students from numerous schools in North Carolina. Dr. King called the sit-down strikes one of the most significant developments in the civil rights struggle.